Hey guys, thanks for watching another one of my videos. I'm once again checking out another one of the free brush sets from Autodesk Sketchbook Pro. And these were the pencil brush sets. And as you can see, it included a wide variety of the brushes from the H all the way up to the highest B level, so that you can get these nice light gray lines that I'm using here to lay out the sketch of Mimi, my cat. And all the way up to the soft B pencil, where you can get nice dark lines. I think I used quite a few of them. As you can see, it switches from brush to brush over on the side so that you'll know what I'm using. I laid out the cat first and her markings so that I could see where I needed to go from there. I think I got the paw in the wrong spot. If you hear music in the background, it's my sister listening to K-pop videos. After watching this back, like I sometimes do, well, that I have to do if I'm going to do a voiceover, I realized that I should have maybe grayscaled the photo before I started using it as a reference for a black and white drawing, but I clearly did do that. But as they say, hindsight 2020 and all that jazz. But since I have this recorded, maybe my hindsight will be a little bit better and I'll actually remember to do this and do that in the future. But I had to use hatching and cross hatching to create the different values of gray, because if I were working traditionally and I were using graphite instead of using just hatching and cross hatching to create the different levels of gray that I needed, I would have just blended it like I usually do. But it was this pencil set from Sketchbook didn't include a blender brush. It would have been nice if it did, like if it had like a tortillon or a stump included in the set. I think that some of the original brushes on Sketchbook has that, and it has like this option where you can pin different brushes into different sections. So I guess if you really needed it, you could use it in that way. I think mostly I just stuck with the 2B for a while, but I can't really see the tiny writing over there on the video while I'm chit-chatting, so I don't know. This is obviously a thicker brush when the black is being laid down like this. I foolishly started trying to do all of the fur with just dark lines, but that didn't work out too well, so I ended up using a larger brush later on to just paint in the dark patches first, and then use a white brush to like hatch in the fur. This eye, rather than starting with a 2B, I started with one of the softer brushes so that the black would be there beforehand and I didn't have to work as hard to achieve it. But then I went back to one of the harder brushes in order to build up the grays into darker areas with hatching and cross hatching. I had to zoom out every once in a while just to see what I was doing, because if you work too close up, you can't really tell how it's affecting the work. Rather than erasing out like I planned to start with, I just used the color puck to change my brush to white so that I could just paint in the areas that I needed. See, here I am using I really can't read these tiny numbers, but using one of the softer brushes at a larger size to achieve nice dark areas. And I had drawn her mouth the wrong size, so I had to go back in to correct that. And I clearly got the spatial distance between her chin and her paw wrong, so I had to go back in and fix that later too.